I don't know about you, but some of my favorite movies growing up were RoboCop, part man, part machine. I also love Terminator, pretty much the same concept, a cyborg and robots that come take over humanity. I also love the comic Iron Man, where Tony Stark built this crazy bodysuit to become even more. That used to be like a fantasy when I was a kid. Now it's like becoming a reality. I got these Meta Ray-Bans that have a display in them, so I'm kind of like an augmented human, and now in my hands is something that's gonna make me a modern day cyborg. This is the Hypershell. It is the world's first consumer exoskeleton. It is meant to improve your performance outdoors. I'm gonna test it out here at Carrollwood Country Club, playing a few holes of golf. And you're gonna wanna make sure you watch this video to the end, because you're gonna have a chance to win a driver if you can beat me in the Hypershell. First, let's unbox this thing and see what it's all about. Here is the box. And inside the box is a box. Ooh, it's a nice one too. All right, so we got a suitcase here. This is like a nice carrying case. Whoa, here we go. Here's the unit itself that's going to attach around your body. It comes right out and it folds into these nice shape here. It's got these reflectors here on board, so keep you safe at night if you're using this thing at night. Put that off to the side. This is a big battery, it looks like. It's also got a USB charging cable. USB-C to C here. And you've got a user manual and a warranty card. 2-year for the consumers of the EU, that's Europe, Switzerland, and Norway. And then we've got a 1 year for the rest of the world, or any country not mentioned above. So here in the US, we've got a 1-year warranty. We've got the user manual here, which I will look over for this one for sure. And then I'll catch you out on course and put this thing to work. All right, so it folds up nicely here to carry. And this entire thing, by the way, weighs about 4.4 pounds. What you're gonna wanna do is attach it around your waist and adjust the straps accordingly. I've already been playing around with this thing a little bit, so it's ready for me. And then you've got these leg harnesses that'll go around each one of your quads. Bam, there it is. You definitely feel it on you. It hugs the hips pretty good. To turn this on, you're gonna tap and then hold. It's gonna cycle through those lights. And then when you feel that green, it's like haptic feedback to let you know that it's working. I've got this on lowest mode right now, and it's definitely helping. And literally it's picking my legs up for me. That's what it feels like. Basically, using one of these things walking outdoors, it should be like you're using 40% less energy. It's picking up 40% of the slack. I can literally feel it picking up my legs, which is crazy. There's a lot to explain about this thing, so let's take it out to the golf course and let me show you what it can do. And I'll see if I can actually take a swing with this thing. I think I can though. Bam, should be good. All right, first tee, first hole. We're gonna see if we can actually swing with this thing on. I think we can. I don't think it's gonna impede the swing at all. Now, I've also got a heart rate monitor on here today, so we're gonna see if this entire round of golf is easier to play. First hole, par 4, about 360. And I don't know if it's any longer than normal, but it felt a little more effortless, that's for sure. All right, let's go find it. So basically there's little motors that are on each side of my hip on the right and left side. And if you're wondering, well, how much are these motors generating? It's adding 1 horsepower, which seems, if you're a car person, very low. But if you think about it, I am literally as powerful as a horse, and that's pretty damn powerful. If you've ever gone to a racetrack and seen those things run, whoa. What this is basically adding is 40% more leg strength. And it's literally making me work 30% less physically. I just have to feel like I want to move my legs and it moves them for me. I guess the way I can explain it is it feels like it's my own quad just lifting my leg. I'm just sending the signal down to my body to move, but it's doing a big share of the work all of a sudden. And it's making it much, much easier to walk. Heart rate right now at 85. The other thing this is doing is it's offsetting the load of my own body weight, or whatever I'd be carrying, so I could carry more and be less physically exhausted at the end. It does the weight of 30 kilograms, which if you're like me and using the old Imperial system, that's 66 pounds of offset. So it's as if it was taking 66 pounds of weight off my body. That's actually over 1/4 of my body weight. So I've got 114 in, which means I hit that about 250, which for the first swing of the day in the morning, not a lot of rollout, is a good number, with essentially a 2-wood in my mini driver. It'll be interesting to see if I hit my clubs any longer today. 114 is gonna be my gap wedge at about 95%. Let's see what we do. I caught it a little fat. And we are off the green there. Now, what's amazing about the Hypershell here is that it's also using AI with over a dozen sensors around the unit here, learning my body movements as I'm playing, and it's literally becoming even more effective and efficient as it learns the mechanics of how my body moves. It adapts to anyone's body, absolutely crazy. And I will say, it feels, as I continue to walk down the fairway here, it feels more and more natural. And I don't know if that's me getting used to it, or if that's literally because of that AI learning my body. I think I went into the water here. I took a big hop down this hill and my ball's actually in the water, so we're gonna have to drop 3 over here. Ooh, that was easy. Wow. That was effortless. This is a pretty steep grade here. I'd say about 45 degrees. I can see why hikers and mountain climbers would love this thing. All right, so 58-degree wedge. Hitting 4 though. See if we can save a bogey. It's wild walking uphill. So easy, honestly. That's where this thing really shines for sure. You certainly feel it when you're walking, but the physical exertion of going up and down, when you're going downhill, sometimes you have to be a little bit more sure-footed. You've got to actually use more muscle sometimes coming down. I can really see how that's gonna work very well. And me pushing this pretty heavy cart right now is no problem. All right, so here's what I've got for a bogey. No problem bending over either. I was a little worried about that. That's not an issue at all. Obviously these pieces down the side here are rigid, but they don't really impede anything. I'll do it. Oh, lucky. Lucky to be walking out of here with a bogey. So now that we've got our legs underneath us, pun clearly intended, let's head to a par 5. And I got more to tell you about the Hypershell X. All right, par 5 here, hole 2. I'm gonna let the shaft out. And again, we'll see if I'm actually getting any more performance out of the Hypershell. I mean, the legs is what really drives the swing. So in theory, I would think I should be able to hit it maybe a little longer, but let's see if we find out. I'm gonna measure this shot. It's blasted. Let's find out. I've got my Garmin here that's gonna tell us how far we hit that shot. I will say getting to your pocket is gonna be a little bit more difficult with this on you. I can still barely do it, but maybe not the most ideal situation. Luckily, I've got a great golf cart that holds everything I need to, holds my tees, my balls. I can put a glove in this little bag. So I don't necessarily need to get to my pockets, but something just to consider. Now, as I mentioned, the AI literally adapts to your movement, and it actually adapts for up to 10 activities here with the model I've got. This is the Hypershell Pro X. It's going to adapt for downstairs, downhill, uphill, upstairs, mountain, cycling, running, gravel, race walking, and walking. What is race walking, you ask? It is an Olympic sport, actually, and I know it very well because my wife is Ecuadorian, and the only gold medal Ecuador has ever had in the Olympics is speed walking, so it's definitely a thing, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm speed walking. I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit, in fact. We'll see if Sean, our cameraman, can keep up with me. Now, I'm going at a pace that should, in theory, really elevate my heart rate. We'll find out when we get to my ball. There are speed golfers out there, and I've actually seen some speed golfers using this thing. I can see why it would help. 250 on the dot. 250 on the dot. Let's check the heart rate because I was walking really fast. I'm at 118 right now. I'm going to lay up. I don't think I can get there, even with my new machine-like ways. I think it's still a little bit out of range. We're about 270 out. I don't have a club in my bag that can get there, so we're gonna go 5-iron layup. All right, that'll be good. That'll be good. That's wedge territory. Now you've got this LED here on the right-hand side that's telling you how much it's working. Right now, when it's white, it's not working at all. As I start moving, it turns to green. Now I can decide how much I want the Hypershell to help me. That is full power at 4 bars. If I triple click, I can go down, and there's 4 different power levels that this thing will help at, and you definitely feel it. I'm at 4th power level right now, and this thing is like blasting my legs up. So that would be absolutely what you would need for some extreme mountaineering, things like that. But for the golf course, I think I'm gonna take it down to 2 right now. That's all I need to really feel like I'm getting a little extra here on this flat terrain. By the way, that green signals that I am in eco mode. There's actually a hyper mode as well, but I don't know if I can get there just yet, but that's gonna make it even more powerful of a device. Crazy stuff. All right, I've got 97 yards. Let's see if I can hit a better shot than I did on the last hole with this 50-degree wedge. The wind is into me a little bit. I gotta straighten it out is the main thing. I don't wanna be in the water again. There we go. That should be good. We got a birdie putt. So I'm past the hole about 10 yards. Now, I don't want to say that this thing is necessarily making me hit it any harder, but what it does feel like is I'm taking easier swings and they're going about as far as I would expect. So anyway, we got a birdie putt here. About 30 feet, going left to right, downhill. Come on, keep breaking. Come on, come on. Oh boy. Wow, that was really fast. And there's our par. We're heading to a par 3. Let's talk about battery life with this thing. So they rate this for 10.8 miles. Well, a regular golf course is gonna be about 3 to 4 miles distance. So you should be able to get 2 to 3 rounds out of a Hypershell on one charge. The really nice thing that I didn't even quite realize when I unboxed it is it came with a battery on board already that I could charge, but it also came with a second battery. The second battery, if you wanted to carry it around with you, is actually under a pound. It's about 14 ounces, in fact. So very lightweight if you want to have extra batteries. Hypershell also has a 4-way charger where you can charge up to 4 batteries at once, which is really nice. So if you're traveling to somewhere like Park City or Telluride, or you're going skiing somewhere here as the ski season starts up here in the Northern Hemisphere, this is a very easy travel companion to take with you. Now, I'm not sure how this would do on skis. I can't tell you anything about that, but I can tell you if you're walking around those types of places up in the hills, this is gonna make it way, way easier on your body. I'm gonna take the Hypershell off here before we get to that last hole. I just wanna see, like, what is it like to walk normally again? Oh my God, it feels like strenuous. That's crazy. I feel like I'm carrying that 60 pounds that I was missing. That is wild. It's like when I've lost weight in the past and you pick up like a 10-pound dumbbell or a 20-pound dumbbell and realize that that's gone off your body. It's a crazy feeling. And that's what this feels like right now. Like I feel like I'm carrying so much more weight with the Hypershell off of me now. Now, one interesting caveat is some people think that using one of these things would actually make their muscles weaker because you're not getting exercise. There's actually a mode built into this, a fitness mode, will make it harder for you to move. So it'll work against you, the opposite of helping you. You can actually use this as a training tool as well. Crazy stuff. All right, par 3 here. This is gonna be the last hole that I play before we get to the challenge. And you're gonna wanna stick around for the challenge because again, it's gonna be your chance to actually win a brand new driver from Let's Play Through. I got 147 to that back pin, and I'm gonna go 9-iron here, but I gotta hit it all. I gotta get all of this 9-iron. I think I did. A little left of the pin. Seems about pin high. There's some shadows up there. You probably see it before I do because Sean is such a good camera person. But I think it's a good crack at birdie and maybe getting that even par back. Okay, so the way this works, by the way, is you've got 3 different modes. You've got like a resting mode, which is white. If you long press, you can go between modes here. So right now I'm in basically a resting mode. If I long press again, I'm in eco mode when it's green like that. I'm getting a good amount of help, but if I go red, now I'm in hyper mode. And that is intense. I didn't even know that this, whoa.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I don't know if my legs look weird as I'm walking. This is definitely meant for more uphill scenarios, but it's literally just picking my legs up for me. I'm doing almost none of the work. That is crazy. A golf course though, I'm pretty much, I think, gonna leave it in that green eco mode because this is just too extreme. So plenty of different ways this thing can help you. And again, adjust and adapt to the type of activity that you're doing. All right, I've got a great look at birdie here. This is gonna be 12 feet. There is a pretty steep grade. That's the only tricky thing about this putt though. It's gonna be bending left to right hard. Well, I gotta get the ball to the hole. If I did that, we would've got to even par, but I'll take the par. All right, it's challenge time. is a challenge for me and for you. I've got a 600-yard golf hole that I'm gonna play right now with 3 clubs. This is going to be a 3-club and 3-club only challenge. For me, I'm gonna play a 4-wood, 7-iron, and a 54-degree wedge and see how quickly I can play this hole. Now here's the challenge for you. If you can match my score and my time in one single shot, post it to your social media, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, and tag Let's Play Through. The first person to beat my time and my score is gonna win this driver on your screen. All right, now a couple of other caveats. You have to tell us which hole you're playing so we can GPS map it. You can look at this hole if you want on a map. This is Carroll Woods Meadow number 7, longest hole on this course. From the blue tees, it's over 590, and I went 10 yards past the tee box here to make it a 600-yard hole. So that's what you'll have to do as well. By the way, we're gonna give a random prize out to anyone who even tries and attempts this and posts this to their social media, because I wanna see all of your videos. Whether you successfully complete it or not, I would love to know. So post that, and we've got a big prize for one random contestant out there. Time to fire up the Hypershell Pro X here and see if we can tackle this beast of a hole. Wow, that's trees. That's trees. I've done this once before, and I started too fast. I burned myself out, so I'm gonna pace myself. Now I've got the Hypershell, Sean doesn't. So we'll see if Sean can keep up with me, but he's young. I'm old. Should be around here somewhere, maybe. Tough one. Go through. Oh, that was so lucky. Big hill here. That was a good one. It's falling off a little. Okay, big shot here. Oh, I didn't. Terrible putt. Terrible. Okay, stop the clock. Oh my gosh. That, by the way, was a sub 4-minute 600-yard hole. I've done this before. I never actually released the video, but I can tell you on a 520-yard hole approximately, I played really good golf. I got a 6 in about 4.5 minutes. This thing absolutely saved me a ton of time. It would have been faster if I didn't have to slow down because I was starting to lose it. I didn't have it clipped enough to my backside, and not having a butt really makes this tough. Now, if I was doing this without the Hypershell X, I don't think I'd be moving my legs right now. I was so gassed after that. I was down for the count for an entire day. Well, first of all, it's doing the work for me right now. It's moving my legs for me. But with this, I mean, my heart rate's elevated. I'm coming down a little bit right now. I'm at 131, but I'm not nowhere near the exhaustion level I was the first time I did this without the Hypershell X. So what a device, man. What a device. And now you know the score to beat. 7. If you can get a 7 on a 600-yard hole in under my time, which is right here on your screen, post it to your social media account of your choice, tag Let's Play Through. The first person to do that's going to win the driver. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. What a cool invention. Half man, half machine. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Hopefully you loved it too. I've got links down in the description if you want to check out the Hypershell Pro X for yourself, or any of the models that Hypershell offers. Fantastic device. Hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.